So there's a lot of science out now. If you read the real science and not just what you see on TV, it shows that hormones are what control this. And we have to get to those hormones to be able to make changes in your health. Now, here's some of the 3 ones that are most important. You may have heard of them, you may not. Pretty much everybody has heard of insulin, right? Okay, well here's how insulin works. You eat something that has sugar in it. Whether it's fruit, whether it's a candy bar, whether it's a piece of bread. Okay? It breaks down into your body, it puts sugar into your bloodstream. Now sugar is very toxic to your body. If you leave it in your bloodstream, it will kill you and you will die. That's why diabetes is so dangerous. So, insulin is secreted from your pancreas, it attaches to that sugar, and it puts it into your muscles for energy. That's a good thing. But sugar is not a very good source of energy. And if you're not very active on a regular basis, what's going to happen is you're going to have an abundance of energy in the body. So what happens to an abundance? It gets stored. What is stored energy? It's fat. So that extra sugar that doesn't get used by your muscles because it has nowhere to go because you're not active enough, or because you have an overabundance of sugar going into the body all the time, because you're eating way too many carbs, because you're eating way too much sugar, way too much processed foods, what happens is your body starts to store it as fat. Store, 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 store. Eventually, this process of your insulin spiking up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down multiple times per day starts to burn out the receptors. So your body's telling it, take the sugar out of the blood, put it into the muscles, but now it doesn't hear that message anymore. It doesn't know what to do with it. So it starts to stay in your blood. And that's how you develop type 2 diabetes. You're insulin resistant now. So now your body's basic system of taking sugar out of the blood doesn't even work. So now you have to put in medications, or you have to restrict your sugar intake, or you have to put in shots of insulin because your body can no longer produce it. This isn't a normal thing. So right here, we're storing too much fat. Now the next step, once this is burned out, goes over here to leptin. Leptin is the hormone in your body that tells it to burn fat. Burn this fat off, we don't need it. Okay? So when you have a whole bunch of fat stored up in your body, that means there's more of this leptin. The more fat you have, the more of this leptin is going to the brain all the time. Your brain says, burn fat, burn fat, burn fat. Just like insulin, when there's too much fat, because their insulin's way out of control, now those messages are getting sent up to the brain way too often. And so the brain stops paying attention. Stops paying attention, so now it's not burning fat anymore. It just stops, no matter what you do. You could exercise all day long. You could eat nothing, 500 calories a day, and you're still not going to burn the fat. You're probably going to burn off muscle or other things, because your brain no longer has the ability to actually burn fat in the body, because the receptors completely get burnt out. Now, let's take that a step further. Your insulin's burnt out, your leptin's burnt out. Now, we have ghrelin here. Ghrelin, like leptin, responds to how much fat you have in your body. If you have insulin imbalance and leptin imbalance, you're not burning fat, you're storing more fat than you should. And so now these little receptors, ghrelin here, which usually tells you whether you're hungry or not, this is again out of control. So now because you have so much stored energy, your body says, oh, we got to maintain this, so you're hungry. So you got to eat. And what does it crave? It doesn't crave good stuff. It doesn't crave broccoli or a salad. It craves bread, sugar, sweets, all those same kind of things that created this problem in the first place, because it thinks we need more energy coming into the body because we don't have a source of energy because we're burning sugar for energy. So it thinks it always needs it. So you're hungry, even when your body doesn't need any nutrition. And here's the craziest part about that. When you're putting in the processed stuff and carbs, you can eat a lot of that because it just burns right out. It doesn't have any fiber, it doesn't have any substance to it. But when you're eating good food, like you're going to learn about today, it fills you up real quick. And so this starts to change. So this process is a pretty deadly process right here. Weight Watchers won't fix this. Going to the gym every single day won't fix this. Starving yourself is not going to fix this. But there is a way to do it, and I'm going to teach you exactly how.